Today we're diving into a pretty philosophical topic, one that honestly gets at the foundations of, well, how we even know what we know. I love thinking about this stuff because it's kind of like, what is science? What is truth? What is all of this if we're not asking some deep questions about knowledge itself? Alright, today's discussion centers on the intriguing research book titled ERITAS CONFIRMATA, the Logos-Centred Epistemology, Volume 2, written by S.C. Sales. Now I want to immediately say, as always, I'm presenting this book completely neutrally, not endorsing, not debunking. We're just here to unpack its claims, its ideas, and see what it might spark in you, the listener. Alright. So, at the core, what's the burning question that S.C. Sales is addressing here? Well, it's a big one. What is the true basis for knowledge? How do we, as humans, really come to understand and confirm what we call truth? And more provocative, can logos, that ancient concept of reason or word or principle, can that actually be the center of our entire framework for knowing anything? That's a weighty question. Why should we care? Well, this touches literally every part of life. Science, ethics, politics, even just how we interact on social media. It's about whether truth is just whatever we decide, or if there's something deeper we can actually tap into. Let's break it down, and I promise we'll try not to get lost in the weeds, though sometimes the weeds are where it gets interesting, right? The claim is that there is a real foundation for truth, and we have to build our systems of knowing around that. So what's that actually mean? Think of it this way. You get on the internet and everyone's got an opinion, right? Some say one thing, some another. What's true, what's fake, who decides? Sales is saying, look, unless we have some central logos, a kind of universal reason like a touchstone, then we're just bobbing in the ocean of opinions. No anchor. With this Logos-Centred Epistemology, the argument is we can actually confirm truth, not just guess at it. Methodology-wise, okay, it's philosophy, so we're not talking lab coats or test tubes here. It's more of an argument, a laying out of ideas, comparisons with different schools of thought, with more technical philosophical stuff around epistemology. Sales kind of weaves together the ancient Greek tradition, some patristics from early church thinkers, and modern questions asking, can we integrate these, or does everything just fragment? So there's a big part of the book dedicated to showing how history has sometimes lost that logos focus, and how maybe that's led to this crisis of truth in our time. Gosh, isn't that timely, especially today? As the book heads toward its conclusion, the big insight is this: truth, or veritas, can be confirmata, confirmed, but only when our knowing and our search for knowledge is genuinely oriented around logos, not just preference, not just usefulness, not just whatever works. There's an intellectual humility here that's kind of refreshing, even if personally you might disagree or have questions about how this plays out in everyday life. What does all this mean for you listening right now? Well, maybe it inspires you the next time you're weighing information, assessing a news story, making a tough ethical call, or even talking to a friend who sees things completely differently. Maybe it suggests a call to look for deeper anchors in your thinking, to probe, to ask what's at the center of your understanding of truth. Of course, we're not saying Sales has all the answers. No one does. But the book offers a provocative, grounded framework that might help point the way. Alright, so to wrap this up, ERITAS CONFIRMATA by S.C. Sales asks, can our way of knowing be more than opinion, more than fashion, more than just like whatever we feel in the moment?